On a quiet morning in March 2025, a federal judge named James Boasberg gave a clear and urgent order. Halt all deportations for the next 14 days. It was supposed to be a pause. Time for the courts to review the legality of a controversial policy. But just hours later, something shocking happened. Despite the order, despite the legal consequences, deportation flights continued. And the Trump administration had one simple response. The judge has no authority over us outside of U.S. airspace. In other words, once the planes left the ground, there was nothing anyone could do to stop them. What followed was a constitutional crisis, a debate over executive power, and growing concerns over human rights in a system that many say is broken beyond repair. The prisons of deportation. For the thousands of migrants awaiting deportation, it isn't just about leaving the country. It is about where they are being kept before they are reforced onto a plane. Many are locked away in detention centers, places that have been described as overcrowded, unsanitary, and outright dangerous. One facility, LaSalle Detention Center, has been the subject of multiple reports, with detainees suffering from untreated medical conditions, some even dying shortly after their release. And then, there's Guantanamo Bay. A place known for housing some of the most dangerous criminals in history is now being expanded to hold up to 30,000 migrants. Officials claim it's necessary. Critics call it a humanitarian nightmare. Either way, these facilities are where people wait, some for months, some for years, before being forced onto one-way flights to countries they may not have seen in decades. A government versus the courts. The question now isn't just about immigration policies. It's about who has the final say. Did the Trump administration intentionally ignore a judge's order? Or was this simply a loophole in the law, one that no one ever thought would be exploited? One thing is certain, the courts want answers. Legal experts are calling this one of the biggest tests of executive power in modern history. If the administration can ignore a judge's orders now, what else can they ignore in the future? And for the thousands of people waiting behind bars, the answer may determine not just where they live, but if they live at all.